I'm Mike DeLong, and I've gathered all the new movies coming to streaming services this month in one place so you don't have to. This month we see some Oscar-nominated movies coming to streaming for the very first time, some smaller movies from last year that I've been waiting for, as well as some new originals. Without further ado, let's see what's coming out in March. Starting with Netflix, on March 4th, we have Andrew Schultz's Life. It's a comedy special, which is really upsetting because my friend Andrew Schultz has never told me that he's been doing stand-up comedy. Wait, what's that? Oh, I'm getting word that this is a different Andrew Schultz. Okay, never mind. Back to normal. Okay. On the 6th, we have Larissa, The Other Side of Anita. It's a documentary about a Brazilian pop star. We have 3 movies coming out on the 7th. First, Chaos, The Manson Murders. This is a documentary by Errol Morris that seems more of like a conspiracy theory that the CIA created Charles Manson and that he did kind of what they wanted him to do. I don't know. I'm almost hesitant to recommend this one, actually. Next, we have a German thriller also coming out on the 7th called Delicious. And finally, on the 7th, we have Plankton the Movie, which is the second full-length SpongeBob movie, I believe. On the 14th, we have a Netflix original movie called The Electric State. It is directed by the Russo brothers and has an all-star cast. After the war with the robots, people banished them to the American West. And now some people are finding out that the robots aren't all that bad. I don't know how to feel about this one. It doesn't look all that good, but the people involved make me interested in the movie. It could be an intriguing car crash. On the 18th, we have another comedy special by Bert Kreischer called Lucky. The 18th also has a movie from last year that I've been waiting to see, The Outrun. Saoirse Ronan returns to her home in the Scottish Isles while trying to overcome addiction. On the 19th, we have Twister, Caught in the Storm. It's a documentary about a tornado ripping through Joplin, Missouri in 2011. And on the 20th, we have Den of Thieves 2 Pantera, a Gerard Butler movie that came out earlier this year. The 21st has 2 foreign films coming out, Little Siberia, a Finnish comedy thriller drama, and Revelations from South Korea. On the 25th, Chelsea Handler has a comedy special coming out called The Feeling. And on the 28th, The Life List, a rom-com about a woman who decides to pursue her childhood goals. Next up is Hulu. On the 3rd, we have a documentary coming out called Sensory Overload. It's about the neurodivergent, neurosensitive community. And on the 4th, The Gutter. It's a bowling comedy from last year. The 7th brings us Classified, a CIA hitman action thriller from last year that I've never heard of. Also on the 7th, Hellboy the Crooked Man. Did anybody realize there was a new Hellboy movie out last year? Neither did I. Finally, on the 7th, we have Inner Portrait. It's a documentary about 4 people traveling outside of their comfort zone, and then their experiences are translated into art by a digital artist. I don't know about this one. It looks like it's partially funded by Turkish Airlines. Maybe the mayor of New York City, Eric Adams, is involved in this one. On the 11th, we have Last Take, Rust and the Story of Helena. It's a documentary about the last day of the cinematographer who lost her life on the set of the movie Rust. On the 13th, we have Control Freak, a parasitic horror movie with Kelly Marie Tran from Star Wars and Raya the Last Dragon. Also on the 13th, a thriller called Stepmom from Hell. On the 14th, we have 2 movies, a comedy special by Bill Barr called The Drop Dead Years, and a crime thriller with Eric Bana from last year called Force of Nature, The Dry 2. On the 15th, we have 2 crime thrillers from South Korea from the same franchise, The Roundup, No Way Out, and Punishment. The big get for Hulu this month is Anora, coming out on the 17th. It's the front runner for Best Picture right now, and I'm super excited to see it this weekend. On the 18th, we have Exhibiting Forgiveness. It's a family drama about a son and his addicted father who are trying to deal with the past. On the 20th, we have Odessa, which looks like a dystopian musical, starring Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. On the 25th, the movie Dandelion comes out. It's a drama about a struggling musician. And finally, on the 28th, Chosen Family, starring Julia Stiles, written, directed, and starring Heather Graham. Our next streaming service is Max. Last month I told you that Lord of the Rings War of the Rohirrim was coming out in February, and it's finally making its debut on the 28th. On the 7th, Heretic is coming to Max. It's a horror movie starring Hugh Grant that earned him a few Best Actor nominations. The 13th brings us The Parenting. It's a comedy horror movie about a couple and their parents who get an Airbnb with a ghost. On the 21st, Sing Sing comes to Max. It's an acclaimed movie from last year about a prison theater program. On the 28th, Queer comes out. Daniel Craig earned several Best Actor nominations for this movie about a gay man in 1950s finally looking for a meaningful relationship. And on the 31st, Amityville, Where the Echo Lives, another horror movie from last year. If you're enjoying this video, please like and subscribe. Share it on your socials so your friends don't miss out on any new movies too. Next up, we have Prime. On the 4th, Hounds of War comes out. It's an action drama about a mercenary out for revenge from last year. On the 6th, we have Picture This. It's a UK rom-com where a photographer will find love in her next 5 dates. Also on the 6th, It Ends With Us, the Blake Lively drama from last year that also had some behind-the-scenes drama. On the 7th, we have Tin Soldier, an action movie with Jamie Foxx and Robert De Niro. On the 11th, Harold and the Purple Crayon comes out. It's a kids' movie based on the series of books that doesn't look that good, but I'm not the target audience. On the 14th, we have F, Marry, Kill. It's a rom-com thriller about a woman who tries to prove that her online dates are not serial killers. Last month, I told you that Venom: The Last Dance was coming out on Netflix. Well, this month, it's coming out on Prime on the 22nd. It's the conclusion to the Tom Hardy series and the only good live-action Sony Spider-Verse movies. On the 24th, The Fire Inside comes out. It's based on a true story movie about a woman who trains to be the first female boxer to win Olympic gold for the United States. On the 27th, we have Holland. Nicole Kidman stars in this movie about a woman who discovers a secret in her sleepy Michigan town. Also on the 27th, we have The Crow. This remake crashed and burned in theaters last year. Next, we have Peacock. Something I missed from my February video was that Nosferatu came to the service on the 21st. This is currently my favorite movie of 2024, so if you love the original Dracula story, you'll love this movie too. On March 7th, Hit Pig comes out. It's an animated movie that I've never heard of from last year about a bounty hunter pig tracking down an elephant. On the 10th, we have Wicked, the Real Story, a documentary about the best-selling novel and the hit musical. That documentary will prepare you for what comes out the 21st, Wicked Part 1. This award-winning movie musical will also have a sing-along version. Paramount Plus comes next. On the 1st, Strange Darling, an indie horror movie that I've heard really good things about, comes out. And on the 3rd, Rumors, a zombie satire movie that totally missed my radar. Unfortunately, these titles may also require a Showtime subscription. Disney Plus has one movie coming out this month. On the 28th, Alexander and the Horrible, Very Bad, No Good Road Trip will come out. It's about a wacky spring break trip to Mexico City. Nothing new is coming to Apple TV this month, but nobody's given me any feedback on The Gorge. Where are all my Gorge viewers at? That's all we have for this month. Who won the streaming wars in March? My vote goes to Max for having 3 acclaimed movies and not saturating the space with movies that aren't going to get a lot of attention or only find a small audience. Check out my January review roundup and my other new to streaming videos. My next video will be another review roundup of everything that I saw in February, including a review of every Best Picture nominee. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.